comes to the U.S., but the legality of it is questionable. One document that gives the American president expansive war powers is the Authorization for the Use of Military Force, or AUMF.
The president is authorized to use all necessary force against those nations, organizations, or persons he determines planned, authorized, committed, or aided the terrorist attacks that occurred on September 11, 2001, in order to prevent any future acts of international terrorism against the U.S. by such nations, organizations, or persons.
Ever since the AUMF was passed, American presidents have used its extremely broad wording for involving the U.S. in conflicts worldwide, including Donald Trump. When the U.S. shot down a Syrian government bomber, Washington said AUMF gave it the right to combat ISIL in the country. But given that Islamic State didn't officially declare its caliphate until more than a decade after 9/11, does that really fit the bill when it comes to legal military action?
It was really dealing with a situation which no longer applies. It was very specific in many respects about identifying the causes of the need for the AUMF and the targets to be retaliated against.
For years, senators have been concerned about how open-ended the military authorization is, and some are saying enough is enough.
For too long, Congress has given presidents a blank check to wage war. We've let the 9/11 and Iraq war authorizations get stretched to justify wars against multiple terrorist groups in over a dozen countries, from Niger to the Philippines. Our proposal finally repeals those authorizations and makes Congress do its job by weighing in on where, when, and with who we're at war.
With the document already 18 years old, some going off to fight might not have been born when it was written. However, the new version appears even more all-encompassing than the original. Right off the bat, it authorizes the president to wage war against a list of groups and a number of countries, plus so-called associated forces. If the president determines other groups a threat and linked to previously named enemies, they can be targeted too. All the president has to do is notify Congress of the updated hit list. Yes, theoretically, Congress can still vote that down, but there's little chance of a majority going against the president.
The new AUMF proposal is insufficiently precise. It's very vague. The U.S. presidency and the Congress have basically given themselves the authority to be loosely interpreted to do more or less whatever they like. The question is how that would stand up under international law. The president has already found ways around such an AUMF by using constitutional means to retaliate against threats.